Hi everyone, and welcome to week 12. If you're watching this video, good job. Thank you for hanging in there with us. And I hope that everything is going as best as it possibly can during this continued challenging time. So, I just have some reminders as usual. The summary and paraphrasing stuff that we're going to be practicing this week is important because it will appear, work on both summary and paraphrasing will appear on your final exam. We have 2 weeks of classes and then it's final exam week. So your final week will be completing a final exam. And I will tell you more about that as we go forward. But if you will recall, we had Jessica Rossi come to our class and you picked out a book and there was an assignment sheet that I passed out to you for you to do. And it was going to be due in March, but now it's due this week. So you are going to work on that packet. You can work on it if you already have it with you, and then you can scan it or photograph it and send it in that way. I also have it attached within the module if you'd like it that way. And if for some reason you don't have your book or a book that you would like to work with, you can pick any of the articles we have not yet gone over in any of the units from Unit 1 to Unit 5 in your book, and then complete the assignment based on one of those articles. So there's a lot of flexibility in this assignment, but we will be practicing summary and paraphrasing with this assignment. Okay, and you guys are at a bit of an advantage in the sense that we went over paraphrasing a bit, so you'll have some context for it, though it is one of the most challenging things to do, for sure. And I'm going to work with you on it. Don't be discouraged if you don't get it the first time in this week. I have a video about paraphrasing that I'm asking you to watch multiple times because I think that it will take a while for it to fully sink in how to do this practice. So the difference between summary and paraphrase is that a summary is a short snapshot of an article that you read. So you're taking the main points of that article and representing them to the reader. And then for paraphrase, that's often the same length as the original, and you're putting an idea that another author had into your own words. For both, you're giving credit to the author by means of a citation. So there's more on that this week. And, just a reminder, or maybe for some of you, it'll be the first time that you're hearing this, the final exams in week 14 for 98, you're going to be writing an essay, a persuasive essay on a topic that you'll see that week. So it's good to review that format and work hard on your essay revisions this week. In 99, it's an article that you'll read and annotate and then answer questions about, and many of the questions will relate to summary and paraphrasing, and some others will relate to what we talked about early on in the semester about annotation, pre-reading strategies, and some of those early skills that we learned about making sure we don't fall asleep when we're reading. It will all be clear to you, and I promise to review that thoroughly before we get there. Since we only have 3 weeks left, I would encourage you to communicate with me if you need any help. If you were in class and you stayed in class up until the moment when we went online, it is still possible for you to pass the class. I know that there are probably a handful of you, I'd say like about 5 of you, who have not been turning in work and I haven't heard from, except for some moments when I may have reached out to you for a moment. So if you are one of those people, please get in touch with me, and I am happy to assist you in making it to the end of the course to the best of my ability. Do communicate with me too if you need to withdraw or do something like that, and I can direct you to the right folks to help you do that. But hopefully you'll get in touch with me. I'll be reaching out to some of you individually this week again as well. But I would say that just because of the number of people that I'm having to work with on some tech issues and some writing issues, and I may be a little bit delayed in reaching out to you, but if you reach out to me, that will help to put your needs higher up on my agenda. So please do that if you need me, okay? So I know that this is sort of a hard time to be a self-advocate when things are so challenging, perhaps in your own life, in your own world, but the more you can really try to ask for what it is that you need, the better you're going to be in terms of this course. So I still believe in all of you. And I think that you're making excellent, excellent progress from the first day of class on this sort of crazy journey of a semester that we've had. So keep up the good work. I have one shout out this week. This shout out is to Jessie, who did an excellent quotation sandwich. And I thought both to praise Jessie and then also to practice with how to do the quotation sandwich, I would read her paragraph. CCP uses Zoom, which is a video call option, in order for students and professors to communicate. Zoom has been very useful during the last couple of weeks for me due to COVID-19. For example, a day prior to the actual video chat, my professor sent out an email stating, "I will be holding optional virtual office hours if you want to drop in to ask questions and or stay connected. Professor Joyce." This quotation shows that with the help of Zoom, we get the opportunity to ask questions in any work we have concerns on, considering we cannot meet in person. This is a great part of CCP because it allows work to still get done correctly with the help of teachers virtually. So you notice we've got a great topic sentence here. We know that she's going to talk about how great Zoom is from this very first sentence, okay? And then we have some explanation, preliminary explanation and introduction to the quotation. So we have, some information that sort of lead us to the quotation to introduce it and sort of like talking a little bit about the time period to COVID-19. Then we have the quotation, okay? We have an explanation this quotation shows. And then finally, we have a link to the thesis. This is a great part of CCP. And then she says why. So that's a really good model for how to do a quotation sandwich using something that someone has written or said, or a piece of writing from the article or book that you're looking at. So I'm looking forward to giving comments to those of you I have not given comments to. And I'm looking forward to getting your work from this week. Again, reach out to me for any reason. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Just reach out to me. If you're already getting your work in, which is a great number of you, and working really hard through some challenging assignments too. That summary and paraphrase are both pretty hard. I'd say paraphrasing is a little harder than summary, which might be to some of your dismay because summary is pretty hard too. But we'll keep practicing it. If you need additional support around any of it, let me know. And I'm sure that, if as long as you keep on working with it, you guys are going to be fine with summary and paraphrase. So have a great week if you at all possibly can, or at least have a centered week, or at least try to have an okay week wherever you are. See what you can do to persist this week in this class and in all things in your life. I'm thinking of you. I'm wishing you good thoughts. I'm wishing you deep breaths. I'm wishing you some mindfulness in this challenging time. All right. I will hopefully talk to some of you soon. Shoot me some emails and let me know if you have questions.